Peace, everyone. For my first time viewers and listeners, I am Victoria Shakoor with Single Parenting Mastery and the founder of Stress-Free Parenting Mastery online course. I am a professional single mother of 2 awesome sons living in the home with me and a mompreneur. A warm and loving shout out to all of my single parents out there holding it down every day, all day, making it happen. Thank you to those who stop by and listens to my affirmation, and a special thank you to my subscribers and new subscribers to my channel. This channel is for those who really care about their relationship that they're having with their children. They want some tips and methods that they can use to establish their authority in the household, and also to have that respectful, obedient, and cooperative relationship with their children. So today we are talking about why is it important to have a good relationship with your children. Like, why is that so important, Victoria? And the reason being is that, well, let me say this first. A lot of you are feeling that, these children, they're going to be grown soon, and whatever it is that they're dealing with, they can deal with it, once they are grown and out of my house. And I want to say, that's not a healthy attitude that you want to have towards your children. The reason being is, yes, one day they will be grown and gone from your home. And whatever the issues that they are dealing with because of the atmosphere in their home that they grew up with, or certain things that they grew up with, a lot of times that get passed down to their children. And then their children grow up and they don't resolve those issues. They're not able to discern what it is that's really bothering them as adults, and then they pass it down to their children, and it just perpetuates, and it goes from generation to generation to generation. So as parents, you want your children to be healthy, productive, responsible adults, right? So in order for that to happen, we want to create that wonderful relationship with your children. Another reason why you want that relationship is because that's going to help you out as far as your stress level. When you have children that cooperate with you, that's over half your stress. As a single parent, a lot of us work jobs, and we come home and we're already tired. And we're already stressed because of our finances, stressed because of all the things that we have to take care of without having any other support. So having the support and the cooperation of your children is over half your stress. And I know that from personal experience and talking with a lot of parents. So it is important to establish that wonderful relationship with your children. Communication is key. Because here's the thing. We communicate with our children in many different ways. Not just what we say, but they're also watching us. They watch what we do, how we respond to things, how we react to things, and how we are interacting with their siblings if you have more than one child. They also watch your interaction with your siblings. So all of these things are communication with our children. And they're going to do what they know. Because before we were all introduced to all these other things, all we knew was our mother. That was it. And what mother said, that's what it was. It was, that's like God, right? She was God, as a baby. So we watch what she did, and a lot of us bring down these habits, thoughts, and ideas from our parents. And we carry this around throughout our adulthood, not really understanding that a lot of that is not ourselves. It comes from our parents. So having communication with your children and having a wonderful relationship with them is very important for your health as well as theirs, because we are the guiders of them. That is our job as parents, is to guide our children. Guide them to being the best version of themselves and helping them to realize who it is that they are and what it is that they are to do in their lives. That's our major job as parents, is to guide them to be the best person that they can be, to find out who it is that they are. And this is why it's important to have that cooperation with your children, to have that respect from your children, and to foster obedience with them. Because most of us, we're not going to lead our children wrong. We're not going to tell them the wrong things, right? We always have the best intentions for our children. And in turn, they will have the best intentions for us. That's how it works. So it is important to have this communication with your children. It's very important. I would say it's even vital. Because when you have more than one child, you have a business. And for those of you who know me, I always say family is business. Family is business. It's families that run the world. It's families that run corporations. You see? It starts with the family first. And all of those practices that are put in place to run a business starts in the family home first, with everybody knowing their part and how important their role is in that family structure. So you might say, well, they'll be grown and gone. Yeah, but they will never would have gotten the opportunity to learn the art of communication, what a family structure should be like, because let's face it, no one taught us these things. So when I speak with parents, specifically single parents, I have a passion for them because I'm a single mother. I show them and teach them and give them the skills and the know-how to structure their family as a business. But it starts with inside you. You have to want to do this. Your children have to be important to you, and that family structure and your peace of mind has to be important to you to even ask the question, to even want to develop that family structure and to have the communication skills that is needed to get your children on your side and have the help that you need, because they are your helpers. They are your helpers. Much like as an employee, you are the owner's helpers to run their business. And it's the same thing. Okay? And I go in on this on my radio show. It's blogtalkradio.com/1 single mother, 2 another. One single mother to another radio show. We air every Saturday at 5 p.m. Central Standard, at 5 p.m. Pacific Time. 5 p.m. Pacific Time. And the links will be at the bottom of this video, how to contact me if you have questions. The link will be there for the show, and also my website that you can contact me. Okay? If you subscribe to my list, you'll be able to download my free ebook that I've written to help you have certain conversation with your children. So I don't want to make this a long, dragged out video. You know that. I don't like my videos real long. But I did want to address the issue of why is it important to talk with my children or to have this relationship with my children. It's very important. They are an important part of your family dynamic, of your family business. And they need to be valued and need to know that they are valued as such and that they are part of something that is important and that will carry them a long ways in their lives. When they are adults and move out of your home, they will understand a lot of things and they will be able to pass that to their children. You see? And so think about these things, because they do what you do. They watch you. They watch you very closely. You know, if you buy a certain eggs, if you buy the brown cage-free eggs, guess what they're going to do? Buy the brown cage-free eggs. That's how it works. And you did the same thing with your parents. And a lot of us were not able to discern what was it that maybe we disagreed with our parents. You know, God forbid, because that's like going against God, you know. So God forbid that we ever even thought about, you know, what it was that we disagreed with. And, you know, what we're going to implement with our children and what we want. A lot of times we just do what they did. And we don't know anything else. So if you have any questions pertaining to this subject or any other issue that you may be having with your children, I am available. And I'll be more than willing to answer your questions and whatever I can to help you. This is Victoria, the founder of Stress-Free Parenting Mastery online course with Single Parenting Mastery. And I will see you on the next episode. Peace, everyone. For my first-time viewers and listeners, I am Victoria Shakoor with Single Parenting Mastery and the founder of Stress-Free Parenting Mastery online course. A warm, loving shout out to all of my single parents out there that's holding it down every day, all day, making it happen. And thank you to those who stop by and listens to my affirmation. And a special thank you to my subscribers and new subscribers. And what we're talking about today is that old adage that I am the mother and the father in my household. And I can understand why we say that, you know, that I am the mother and the father in the household, because we are taking care of a lot of things that normally both parents would take care of, right? That normally both parents would take care of. Sorry about that. Let me make sure something is going right on my thing here. All right. So I can see why we would say that I'm the mother and the father. You know, we're, as single mothers or fathers, you know, we're taking care of everything. Everything that a two-parent household would have the support in. You know, we're paying all the bills. We are the breadwinner. We are the disciplinarian. We are the psychiatrist, right? We are everything. We're the doctor. We have to go to the parent meetings. We do everything, you know, even fix things around the house. I know for me, I love my tools that I have to fix just small things around the house. And I actually enjoy doing that. Anyway, so when looking at this dynamic, we say that we are the mother and the father in the household. Because as mothers, we take on a lot of things that a father would take on, and as a father, we take on some of the things a mother would take on. You know, I began to really think about that idea. And it didn't sit well, because It's what I call a non sequitur, meaning it does not follow. It does not follow to motherhood when you really understand what motherhood is. So, in looking at it, at the totality of that idea and what this is communicating to ourselves when we say that, and to our children when we express this idea, what is it really saying to them? You know, if I'm mother and father, how will they be able to decipher the difference between a mother and a father if I'm both? And the feeling that that conjures up just does not go well with me being a female, a woman, and a mother. Because that is what makes me a mother. So in thinking about this idea, I thought, well, you know, let's look up what the meaning of a mother is. And, you know, according to just Webster Dictionary, a mother is a woman exercising control, influence, and authority as that of a female parent. My definition is simply that a human female that has given birth to a child, that's a mother. And that's the physical aspect of it, right? The characteristics of a mother, though, traditionally, you know, she's loving, she's the protector, punisher, the forgiver. She's the softer side, the childlike feelings, you know, comforter, and concerns with the growth of the children. Loves unconditionally and is emotional. When you look at the meaning of the word father, the meaning of father is a male human who have seeded a female human by way of sex in which she has birthed a child. And I'm not talking about artificial insemination. We ain't going there with this, okay? I'm keeping this very simple. But the characteristics of a father traditionally, you know, he's the protector, provider, nurturer, punisher, listener, problem solver, non-emotional, teacher, and playful. Very simply put, I, being a woman, is the mother of the household, period. As a single mother, I'm the mother in the household. That's it. I'm not the father. I don't even want to be the father. I love being a woman. I love being feminine. And I don't want to be masculine at all. And when I was thinking about this, when you say I'm the mother and the father, I'm both, it does not sit well because I'm not masculine. Now, I know we as humans have a feminine and a masculine side. I'm not speaking about that. I'm only speaking about the attributes of a father, because we know that fathers, men father their children or parent their children quite differently than we women do. They do it a little differently, and you know that from your own father. You know that from your own mother. Those of you who have grown up in two-parent household, you know, you can see the different dynamics there. And even those of you who didn't, if your father was around, you saw a different dynamic. So you know that they parent very differently with the children. So what is the communication when we say, I'm the mother and the father? What are we really communicating with our children, to our children? You see? So we want them to be able to differentiate, because this is natural. This is natural. This is very natural. You know, everything reproduces itself. And it has to have a male and a female counterpart for that to happen. That's the way it is. So when we're saying that I am the mother and the father in the household, and we communicate that to ourselves as female, we tend to start to take on this masculine aura about ourselves. We slowly lose our femininity because of that communication, and we don't realize it because it's subconsciously happening. But because of this communication, we tend to have this masculine aura. We tend to start to act more masculine. And if you have sons and daughters, this way of living and talking and acting gets passed down. And then we have these daughters that grow up with the attitudes that they don't need a man, because they can do whatever a man can do. You see how this is passed down? And then when we have sons, our sons don't have a good idea of what a woman should sound like, feel like, look like, act like. Okay? And they should know that from you. As a single mother, they should know what a woman, because you are their first love. And you are the template of what type of woman they would choose for themselves. For your daughters, you are the template of what type of woman and how she's going to carry herself as a woman. So I wanted to address this issue because so many of us have bought into this, and there's even gift cards now by a major gift card company. I don't know why the name slips my mind right now, that is selling cards. What is the name of that company? Anyway, I got the picture in my mind. I can't think of the name, but anyway, but they are selling cards, Father's Day cards to mothers. You know, happy Mother's Day and Father's Day, something like that, and vice versa to the single fathers. You know, giving them happy Mother's Day. Are you serious? No. We are going way beyond what is natural. You know, even two men and two women cannot reproduce themselves. We know this. Okay? So that may be a normal way of life, but it's not natural. And we want our children to know what is natural. Okay? And they can make up their own minds as to how they want to live their lives. So I don't want to make this a long video, as you know, but I did want to break down the dynamics of the differences between the two, a father and a mother, and the similarities, because they're both the protectors. They're both the providers. So there are some similarities in there, but there are some major differences as well, which is good. Because it balances each other out. And we know that in a lot of respects, neither one can fully fill the characteristics, roles, and duties of the other one. So let's keep it real, because I know the things that a man would normally take on, me as a woman, I would love to hand that over. And I'm sure, and I found that a lot of you feel the same way. You know, a lot of things that a man would do around the house, and some issues, especially those of us who have sons. You know, we would easily hand that over, because that would be a relief for us, you know. So, and I know a lot of times, you know, a lot of things for single fathers that I've spoken with, you know, a lot of times they wish that there was a woman around that can take on certain issues, you know, with their daughters and talk to them about certain things. So you see, we do need them both. And there is a difference. Okay? So, that adage that I'm the mother and the father, I'm not. I'm the mother in my household. That's it. I'm just a mother. That's it. And that is made very clear in our household. I'm not both. I can't be both. Okay? And I do understand why people say that, but think about that. Think about that. So I'm going to go ahead and end this. And you can contact me. My links will be below the video. If you have questions or want to continue this conversation, you can always contact me. You can always, I go in much more on my radio show. The link could be at the bottom of the video as well. And I will see you on the next episode. Peace.